All right, what's up my bag of file friends? So a little while ago, I did a video walking you through this Alpa 35 from Cotopaxi. I went through every single feature, every nook and cranny of this bag. I talked about what I like about it, and I talked about what I don't like about it. Now, this is an old model of the Alpa 35. This was the first model of the Alpa 35. I've had this thing for 4 years. You can see the wear on it, but it's not, I've traveled a lot with this thing and the wear is quite actually impressive. Now, go watch that video if you wanna go over every nook and cranny of this older model of the Alpa 35. In that video, I got comments and questions that said, hey, there's actually a new model of the Alpa 35, did you know, A, and B, what's the differences? So, I went out and got myself a new Alpa 35 so that I could do a video comparing and contrasting the two bags. I did a trip with this bag so that I could experience it compared to the old Alpa 35 so that I could be thorough in comparing the two of the bags with you. The most important question I'm gonna answer at the end of this video is it worth it to upgrade, to spend the money, to invest to the new Alpa 35 if I have the old Alpa 35? Okay, let's dive in. First thing I'm noticing is exterior material, pretty similar. This one looks a little bit more like a coated fabric, where this one feels a little more plasticky, but they could be exactly the same. They all have these same anchor points for whatever it is you want to use them for. They did add the brand name to the front of this here, Cotopaxi. I don't love that. I actually love just the llama. I've gotten so many questions traveling with this bag, and I think it's part of it is that mystery of like, it's just the llama, not the brand name. Now people won't start a conversation with me because they can just look up the brand name. Way to go, Cotopaxi. All right, don't buy the new one. No, I'm just kidding. Now, there is a huge difference in this bag. And I say it's actually a small difference, but it's huge in function. And I'm gonna flip this bag around just so you can see it. And immediately you're gonna notice the addition of this external pocket. This makes so much difference when you are packed up into this bag and it's the only bag you're carrying. So it's both your day pack and your clothes pack and everything, which is what I love about it. I actually did a video about how I pack in this bag for 11 days on an international trip. And this pocket makes a huge difference in that experience. When I had this one packed with everything, I had to open a much bigger pocket like this one in order to get things like keys or wallets or phones. And then this is, this pocket's a lot bigger. This one also has that pocket, about the same size, similar organization, but I don't have to get into this big pocket when I just need something small and quickly accessible. Here's another little detail that they did that is so needed. And I was talking about this before, but it's the key leash. So in the older version, the key leash is just in this big pocket. It makes no sense. So when you throw your keys on there, it's just waddling around with your snacks or whatever you've got in this big area, when there's a nice organized mesh pocket down here. And if I'm going on a trip and I'm parking at the airport and I got to throw my keys on this, I don't want to see those things until I'm back at the airport. Only makes sense that they're inside this mesh pocket. Guess what they did? Look at that. Now it's a much shorter leash, which makes sense, and it's inside the zipper here, rather than being out and all over the place. It's the details and the iterations. I'm telling you, I'm so excited about some of these details. Now, here's the thing. They also, kind of went backwards a little bit, because this pocket up here had some nice little organizers. Now, they weren't entirely designed well because they couldn't close themselves. If they could actually close, zipped, Velcroed, whatever, then they would be super useful. But they just completely eliminated the inside organizer inside this mesh pocket. Next thing is, I'm noticing the mesh material. I'm gonna be honest, I think this mesh material in the older version is more durable than the mesh material in the new version. I don't have anything to back that up yet because I haven't used the new one enough, but man, even just touching it and feeling it, I think there's a little bit of a difference. All right, let's go to side features. By the way, it has all of the same handles except for one. This side, this older version, has a side handle on this side. The newer version does not. The reason being is because they've put this water bottle holder in. That was one of my #1 complaints about the Alpa, was that there was not a water bottle holder on it. I've been carrying my water bottle for years, and now they've put a nice mesh water bottle holder. So that's the highlight of this side of the bag. A huge highlight, so helpful. Now, in adding this water bottle holder, we lost a handle, which I think is unfortunate, but it's not a huge deal. I'm also noticing the material of the older version seems much more durable than the material on the newer version. Again, I don't have anything to back that up. I love the material on the bottom half on the outside of this bag. What they did do is they moved the place to access the laptop to the other side. So on this older version, the laptop pocket is right here on this side of the bag. And there's the additional iPad pocket, something like that, with some Velcro. So that's one thing that is changed. Now, with that change, we lost one of my most favorite parts of this bag. I mean, even just thinking about it, I want to cry, because there's a feature of this bag that I absolutely loved. When you open up this bag, of course, you can access the whole thing. But what was so nice was that on this side of the bag, which is now on the new version, is the laptop bag. By the way, with an iPad pocket still, but no Velcro to hold it in. I think that's a miss. On the old version, you had this pocket that you could access the main compartment of the bag without opening the whole thing up. So when I was traveling, I would put a sweatshirt right up here. So when I'm on the plane and I get cold, all I have to do is unzip this thing, grab my sweatshirt out and zip it back up. I don't have to rife through my bag. It doesn't have to take up room in one of these upper pockets that's more for snacks and phones and cameras, all of that sort of stuff. I'm so mad. I mean, this one change might not make it worth it for me. I don't know, we'll see. Let's get to the end of the video. A couple things I'm noticing about the laptop pocket. In my tour of this bag, I talked about the material that is ripping in the laptop packet because where the laptop rubs on the bag. It's not gonna happen in this bag. They've really upgraded this material on the inside of the laptop bag. I think it's going to wear a lot nicer. So that was one of the flaws of the bag that I'm really happy that they fixed. Let's dive into the inside of the bag. By the way, zipper quality still seems all the same. Very heavy duty zippers. We have double zippers everywhere. We have safety tabs. All that stuff remained in the new version that I absolutely loved about the old version. So I'll show you right here. This is where the material is ripping, where the laptop, so right here is the laptop sleeve that you access from the outside. And you can see those rips in the bag right there. In this bag, it's multiple layered. So it seems similar material, but then there's more layers of material inside of there. So I think they really beefed this up. I actually did take this into Cotopaxi and show them because they are local to Utah. That's where they started. And I showed them what was happening. Hopefully they fixed that. It seems like they did. Now inside here, most is the same except for you lose these straps that can hold things in. This is nice. These straps are nice because I pack with packing cubes. I can put the packing cubes in and then I can cinch them down. You do not have those internal straps with the new version. I think that's a miss. Next. This pocket here on the left side, it's exactly the same. Seems like the same size. Zipper's the same. That mesh material seems a little heavier duty in the old version, but exactly the same on this side. Now, here's another difference, another miss, I think, is inside here we had two organizing pockets at the top of here. They condensed that into one. I don't know why they would make that decision. It's still useful, but man, that divider right in the middle, that was so nice to be able to put littler things inside of there and have them held separate than other things. Now moving to the back side of the pack. The shoulder straps, it's a little bit of a different material. So they beefed up the shoulder strap a little bit. It's a little bit wider, which I think was a great idea. You still have the adjustable sternum strap. The material on the backside of the strap is now this kind of smooth, breathable material, where the straps on the old version are kind of like a neoprene material. They were super comfortable and cushy, but a little bit sweaty. The shape of the strap is pretty similar. The material on the back, I loved this cool like honeycomb material on the back of this one. They got rid of it on this bag. This is more of the same material that's on the strap. They did add a really cool handle on the back of the bag, which is awesome because when you take all these straps and you tuck them away, by the way, if you want to see how I do this fully to make it into a duffel, you can watch my full tour of this bag. You can stow every strap away inside, which I think is just such a brilliant feature. You can do that on here too. You can see I have the waist strap stowed away, but they added this handle. So now it becomes a true duffel from a middle handle. You can carry it just like a duffel, and I think that's a really, really cool feature. All of the quality of the straps seem to be very similar. I will say, however, again, I don't have empirical proof on this yet, but I do think these buckles on the new version seem less durable than the buckles on the old version. And I don't have anything to back that up other than they feel a lot cheaper. These ones feel really sturdy, probably cutting corners on this thing. Don't really appreciate at all that they downgraded those buckles. So my friends, these are the differences between the new Alpa 35 and the old Alpa 35. Now it begs the question, is it worth upgrading? And are the features that you gain worth the features that you lose? My answer is it's worth the upgrade. There are a couple features that I'm really sad to lose on the old version. But on the new version, the water bottle holder with the front pocket alone and the upgraded material inside the laptop sleeve, hands down is absolutely worth it to upgrade to this pack. I think it's a little bit more comfortable to wear. I think it's a little bit more easy to pack. And I'm really impressed with the upgrades with the iteration of the new Alpa 35. I hope this video has been helpful for you to make your decision. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Please like this video, subscribe, and happy packing. Peace.